Hey Diana, what's up? I saw you got a Lily doll. Where the hell did you get that from? Oh, they're on there now? Okay. Tells you how long it depends since I've been on WWE Shop. All the people that I want to buy merch from don't have merch. Velveteen Dream got let go, and I pretty much have all the merch that I want of his. And Lacey Evans doesn't really have anything on there. Oh, Charlotte, though. It's been a while since I've seen Charlotte merch. So let me see. Because the last shirt she put out, it was white. I didn't really want, white on me does not look good. So, shop WWE. Let's see. Oh, what was that? Hey, Jax. Okay. That didn't tell me anything. All right, let me go back to this. Shop. Although with Lacey Evans being out right now, I'm pretty sure she doesn't have any merch. Oh, I'm not going there for Lacey. I'm going there for Charlotte. There we go. Yeah, she doesn't have any new merch either. Oh, well, she has that one. Ooh, I like the new shirt. Ooh. It has an old ass picture of her on it, but I like the new shirt. That's dope. I like that. I might have to get that. That's dope. All right, we're getting people in here, but nobody talking. Story of my life. Jax, I actually asked my old boss at Pizza Hut if I could come back the other day. Haven't heard from her, so I guess that's a no. Because I need to get the fuck out of that trampoline park before I kill one of them fuckers. But hey, there are 7 people watching, so if you want an official Will the Artist Cooper 8x10, $10. That includes shipping. And I will personalize it any way you want. These are official A series right here. All right, do some podcast work while I'm doing this here too. No one's talking now. Not even Jack. She must have dozed off. So I haven't heard from mine yet either. No. Because like last night, man, I just God damn, I don't even want to talk about it. That's how much it pissed me off. I don't even want to fucking talk about it. They might need time to think about it and check with others. I don't know. Well, all I did, I was just like, hey, it's me. Is there any possibility I could come back? Like, so I figured it'd be like, maybe you could come back, you know? Because, I mean, I kind of want to text back and like, can I come back given the fact that I didn't sue? Because I could have sued your asses off, but I didn't. I mean, I know the circumstances as to why I didn't, but they don't know that. I sent an email and then a text saying I sent an email. Let's look professional tonight. Maybe that'll get people talking. There we go. Put on the glasses. I'm just tired. Man, I woke up today at like 8:50. And I was like, okay, good. I'm good to go and everything, man. Shit, 9:50, man. I passed out again. You know? Okay, Cloud9 hat really kind of irritated me tonight. Let's put on something else. Put on the old green hat. There we go. There we are. I don't know why the Cloud9 hat was kind of irritating me tonight. I don't know why. My Cloud9 Superstore hat. I just want the other people who aren't talking to know that, like, you sitting there saying nothing and then leaving, that doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I just want you to know that. I watched more Boy Meets World while going through things today. What episodes did you watch? on the last season. The Plays of Squirrels one came on. I got to look up this episode because apparently that's a hot topic. Apparently, you know. There was the one where they thought Topanga was pregnant. I don't really, you know what? The funny thing is, if you're watching off of the last season, then like there's not really a lot I remember. There's two things I remember from the last season. I don't even think one of them's from the last season. There's the last episode, of course, that last scene in the last episode, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there's an episode where Corey and Topanga are living together, and Corey buys all their furniture and everything from Cork World, and I'm not even for sure if that's in the last season. We bought all of our furniture from Cork World. It's the episode where they have a prank war, but then Sean and Corey take it too far, so they all turn against each other. And there's a flash forward sequence where they aren't friends in the future. Cork World was in there. Yeah, Cork World! You bought all of our furniture from Cork World! The episode where Corey got drunk and cheated with a local barmaid. Shit. I remember there's the one where, but that's like before the last season, where like he goes to like a ski resort and makes out with some chick. That was like before that though. Oh, see, I don't remember the Thumbtack City. I don't remember that one. I just remember Cork World. You bought all of our furniture from Cork World. Carl, that's made up. Oh, is it really? I was supposed to say he's kind of close to him because there is an episode where I know he goes to a ski resort and he makes out with a chick, and that's what causes like a rift between him and Topanga for a while. So he's actually kind of close, minus the drunk thing and a barmaid. Hey, Brendan. There's the one where they throw a party to prove they aren't losers, but nobody came, so it ends in a food fight and them making out wrapped up in a twister mat. That sounds like the beginning of a porno. Hey, Chili, finally, people showing up. What did I miss? Nothing so far. But Brendan, have you picked up your ArtistVersion1 8x10 yet? $10. Autographed. $10 shipped right to you. Only 40 available. Yep, he starts shooting it next month. He's basically taking his real life heart attack and the abandoned plot of the cartoon Clerks Sell Out and mixing those together. I'm kind of pumped for it. Man, I've been pumped for it ever since he said he wanted to do it. He just either hasn't gotten off his ass and done it before the heart attack, or after the heart attack, I mean, or he just hasn't had the money, one of the two. Did you get any more autos in the last few days? I've gotten one. I'm waiting on a couple in the mail. No, I've gotten two. And I, of course, gotten the ArtistVersion1, the Will the Artist Cooper autos. Only 40 available. And they will come numbered. Right there. And I did not put a V1 on that one. I did not notice that till just now. There we go. Plus, there is a very special thing right here. I doubt anybody will ever buy, but it is available right here. This combo right here. This, for you 8 people in here, that I doubt you'll ever buy this, but stupid thing. Hold on. If anybody's ever interested in this right here is the number 1. You should buy a couple Wet Movie. No, you technically you do, but technically you don't. And let me explain. This right here on the inside is the number 1 of 40 of the autographs. This is the number 1. All right, the number 1 of 40. And the book here, I love the sex stories in the book. There's only one sex story. And this right here is the very first proof copy of the book. Every mistake, even the ones that are in the book already, like I thought I found all the mistakes. So even the mistakes before them are in this book, as well as like, you know, my circling to point out where my mistakes are. Like, where's there? See right there, there's a circle. Plus I have I wouldn't say notes, but like I think I wrote down like one note, which was add update for the second book. For not the second book, I'm sorry, the second edition. Right there. So if anybody is ever interested in having the number 1 of 40 8x10 and the I mean this one's Haggard too. The very first proof copy of my book, Stories No One Asked For, which I will also autograph if you want it. It's $40. If anybody ever wants it. I doubt they ever will, but nice little thing, you know. Or you can just get a standard, you know, number 10 right there in silver. Or you can get a number 7 in black. A number 11 in purple. Or a number 12 in blue. How many have you sold? 1. 1 thus far. Although I haven't really been promoting them that much. The last autograph haul video is the only time I've really promoted them. I haven't really been promoting them in here because nobody shows up anymore. And these are modeled after WWE P Series photos. And if you don't know what WWE P Series photos are, you can just type in to Google WWE P Series photos. And if you look at that, then look at this, you'll have a good idea of what I'm going for here. It even has like the shit on the side and the bottom right there. There's the AV1 right there, the copyright, everything right there. How your meat hanging? My meat is hanging fine. Brett, how's it going? Jax may still be in here for you, Brett. She may have dozed off. She's really tired. I will buy it then when I get paid. Oh, well, awesome. And I will inscribe them. If you want it inscribed a special way, I can get you a different one, and then I can insert, because these are pre-signed right here, just to show you guys the colors I have, which is blue, black, purple, and silver here. So if you get a inscribed one, you will get a fresh one. An unsigned one, I'll inscribe it, and it will be numbered. And you will get my insignia right there on the bottom, the TAV1 right there as well. And now I'm getting messages out the ass. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Show everyone Swisher. I only got one message. What? Oh, there it is. There's Jax's dog, Swisher. And so, Brendan, how many 8x10s can I put you down for? What? 2, 3? How many? Oh, precious angel. Hey, when the hell did I become Mr. Popular all of a sudden? Oh, another one. Okay. Oh, and I want everyone here the 5 of you, to go check out Movies Are USA. I should know the site. MoviesAreUSA.net. Go check that out. Pretty soon I'll be doing a video with them. So go check out MoviesAreUSA.net. Let them know the Artist V1 sent you. I'm going to get 2 8x10s and make them stick together, if you get the meaning, if you get my gist. Brett, if you bought 2, I would be amazed. I would gladly let you do anything you wanted to those 8x10s if you actually bought something from me. Just for that, you should have a buy 2, get 1 free special. Only for Brett. If he buys 2, he'll get 1 for free. Do you have any dogs? Yes, I do. I have 1 teacup chihuahua named Gabriella. I did have 3, but 2 of them have since passed away. I had 1 for 10 years, and he passed away, I believe, 3 years ago now. And we had another one named Darkmeister. That was the name I gave her. Her Christian name, as they say, was Isabella. That was her name, Isabella, but I call her Darkmeister. And she unfortunately passed away in February. At the age of 12. It's all good. Greatest joy and saddest loss. All were Chihuahua. Yep, they were all Chihuahua, all teacups. Like we had the one that died 3 years ago. We had him first, and then we got the one that we still have left next, and then they had puppies, so that's how we got the third one. And then Tony, that was his name, but I called him Tone. I'm like Tone. So he always had bunch of health issues, and they eventually caught up with him, and he just died. My ex Nathan lost his dog Saturday. So all his health issues caught up with him 3 years ago, and then all of a sudden Darkmeister just went downhill quick. Just one day she was fine, and then all of a sudden she just started having seizures, and she went blind and deaf. And as long as she knew her path around the house, she was fine. But the seizures were just too much, and we just couldn't let her suffer like that anymore. So we had to suck it up and, go put her down, George's all the dog has seizure episodes. He's like 17. Oof. We just couldn't watch. We couldn't watch her go through it anymore. I mean, like we sit there and pat her through it and stuff like that, but we just couldn't let her suffer through that anymore. Especially when she went blind and deaf. You know, like I said, if she knew like the path around and the sniffer worked, you know, her old nose worked. You know, like if she could smell us, she was okay. You know, like you couldn't just grab her and stuff anymore. Like sometimes you'd go to pet her and she'd turn her head and snap at you because she didn't really understand who was there and stuff anymore. You know, so you'd have to hold her hand down and she'd sniff it. She'd be like, oh, okay, it's you. You know? And she already wasn't a fan of people anyway. She was one of them dogs that's just like, I hate everybody except for you guys. You know? So, and then when she had one seizure too many and we just couldn't do it anymore. You know? We didn't want to, but we did. My aunt's Chihuahua Taco died at 23. Wow. I know, like, yeah, like the one we have left, she's 14. And she hated me for sure. The one we have left, she's 14 and she still runs around and she's all spry and everything. The only thing that she can't really do that well, she can hop up on stuff. But she can't really jump down too well. That's the only thing that we're noticing that, like, oh, okay, so that's something you can't do too well. She can run around. She runs very well and stuff like that. She can't jump down too well. That's the only thing that we're noticing. So maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get a 23 out of her. But don't feel bad, Jax. Darkmeister hated everybody except for us. Towards the end, she kind of hated us too. We'd go to pet her and she'd snap at us too. We had to be quick. You know? We had to be quick to get out of the way of them of that snout there. No, that's not true. Tone liked you for a bit. You and Tone were buds for a bit. And then for some reason he flipped the script. All of a sudden he hated your ass. I don't know why. But you and Tone were close for a while, man. You and Tone were buds, man. I think the other one's got. Why are you hanging out with that bitch? You know she doesn't like us. Tone's just like, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, fuck her. Losing Tone though was hard, man. That one really. Tone was my bud, man. That was my dude. If it wasn't for that dog, I wouldn't know anything about how, like, what to do, like holding a baby or a child or anything. I wouldn't know what to do, you know, if it wasn't for that dog. Come on, we got 12 people in here. Come on, let's chat it up. Go get yourself an official artist 8x10, or let me know. I wouldn't say go anywhere, but let me know. $10. Dan Sky just told me you bought me a Yokozuna auto. Thanks for the late birthday gift. Yeah, okay. He told you wrong then. If you really think I have fucking $500 laying around, I'm trying to sell my own 8x10. Do you really think I have fucking $500 laying around for a Yokozuna? Did they sleep with you? At night, no. I'm a really weird sleeper. So no, they didn't really sleep with me. In the daytime, Tone would, especially towards the end. What is that? It's a wrestler, Yokozuna. So yeah, like especially like during the day, like Tone will like get in my neck, like right here, and then he would start snoring. And I don't mean like this dog would be like, I'm like Tone, for real, dude. Fucking love him though. Does it have chicken grease fingerprints on it? Oh, oh, that's wrong. That's funny, but it's wrong. Swisher's a loud snore. Yeah, but imagine Swisher like right here in your neck, and then doing it. That's how Tone used to do me, like towards the end. Like when I moved back here from baby mama and everything, that's when me and Tone really got. If we weren't close before, we got even closer when we were here. That's when he really became my dude. He's on top of my feet. He does that too. Oh, then yeah, you know how it is then. Plus he's 100 pounds. Yeah. So again, for you people in here, go check out moviesarusa.net. If you guys like practically anything on Netflix, go over there. Let them know that ArtistV1 sent you. Like, there's a little chat thing in the bottom. Buy something. Let them know that, hey, the ArtistV1 said I should come over here and buy something. Everything's on Blu-ray. They don't do DVD. So if you love Blu-ray, that's where you want to go. And yes, I am still working with hardtofindtv.com and fanmadedvd.com, just so you guys know. Nothing happened there. And yes, repsports.com is still helping a brother out. Just none of you guys ever go buy anything. Or at least you don't use my checkout code artist and say 15%, which I don't know why you wouldn't do. Plus, if you look in the description of this live right now, you can go get yourself a free 4-pack of Ray's Energy, and you can get Shubs' favorite flavor, Galaxy Burst, in that 4-pack, man. I don't know why I'm pimping this shit out, man. Like, there's no longer 12 people in here. It's like half that now, so. Maybe they're all heading over to moviesarusa.net. Movies are USA. No, the letter R. Oh, I should make that fucking clear. There we go. Son of a bitch. There we go. Now we're cooking. Nice to know my kind will be my side. There you go. Go there. So if you love those Netflix series, or if you're looking for old stuff like the Applegates, if you're looking for that movie, if you remember that gem with Ed Begley Jr. and such, go over there. Let them know I sent you. I really wish one of those people who don't talk would say something one time as to what they do, and they just sit here and do nothing. Just one time. That's all I want. Anybody here listen to movies that are no, that's not the site, Brett. You're gonna fuck it up for me already. I bought a new notebook for podcasting. A big 5 notebook, 5 subject notebook instead of this little bitch ass 2 notebook one. So I'm transferring some notes over. In case y'all are curious as to what I'm writing down as we're doing this. Plus, I got that song by 21 Pilots stuck in my head, the hype. Clorox song. No, I actually haven't colored in a while, man. The last time I colored was, I think like 2 months ago, dude. I still have all my supplies and shit in the living room. I just haven't really had a desire to do it. I meant chlorine. Yeah, that still doesn't help that statement. Chlorine song. Oh, okay. I haven't heard that one. I only listened to the hype by 21 Pilots because I heard it at work. And I was like, oh, I got to know what this song. How is work? Yeah, let's not talk about work. I might be quitting. Like, legitimately, might be quitting. And that's all I'll say about that. What would you want to do next? Don't worry, I'm sure you will bounce back. I swear to God, Brett. What would I want to do next? I don't fucking know. Be a body oiler for the Hawaiian Tropic Tour? Do radio or bodyguard? How tall are you? 6'2", 6'1". The bodyguard, that means I'd actually have to fucking protect people and like I'll pass. Thank you. Radio would be, I mean, trust me, I mean, like if I had a big enough audience for it, I wouldn't mind, you know, turning the podcast into a full-time gig, but like I don't have a wide enough audience for it. We don't have the money for it. Oh well, technically we have the money for it. Just Shelby doesn't want to put it up unless unless he knows that we have the audience for it. You know, because what's minimum wage there where you're from? Minimum wage here is $7.25. I don't make $7.25, thankfully. I make well above $7.25. Thank God. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, Shelby. I mean, because he offered one time. Well, I wouldn't say he offered, but he was debating it. I could tell he was debating it. He was like, so for $108, we could be on Apple iTunes with our podcast. I was like, yeah. And he was like, and what's our odds of succeeding? I was like, honestly, slim. And he was like, yeah, that's what I was afraid you were going to say. I was like, yeah. He was just like, I don't know if I want to put the money up. I was just like, hey, I don't blame you. You know? So. You should get some of Wet Movies. Dude, he's pimped me out so many times that, like, I mean, there's only so much he can do. You know? So. Besides, I'm not for everybody. And some of the people that and like this is not a knock against Wet Movie at all because I'm buds with Wet Movie and shit like that. And this is not a knock against him, but some of the people that he attracts, I really don't want over here anyway. Because like he attracts those type of people who like want to go over and subscribe to him and they want to add him on Facebook and shit like that just to fucking clown him. And those are the type of people I don't want over here. I mean, you know, Chili, I don't know how, you've been in here for a little bit now. So like you see what I do if you come in here and you just fucking sneeze wrong, you know? Essentially, yeah. I mean, if you come in here and say, you come in here and fucking sneeze wrong, I'll throw you out and I don't give a shit. And that's why I don't have a wider audience. And I've accepted that. I'm not for everybody. I've accepted the fact that I will never be a fucking huge YouTuber, and that's understandable. You know, at one time I did want to be a huge YouTuber. You know, that's when, you know, when I was living in Houston and maybe even Illinois. That dream died when I was in Illinois. You know, now all this YouTube shit that I do, when you see the autograph hauls and the podcast on here and such like that, when I go live and shit like that, this shit's for you. You know, or you know, for not for me. You know, or something like that. You get what I'm saying. You know, does it make me a little upset sometimes that people don't use the fucking Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App? Yeah, a little bit. You know, because like shit, sometimes I'll sit here. It's been a while since I've done it, but it's been, you know, sometimes I'll sit here for 5 hours and, you know, not make a nickel. You know what I'm saying? You know, big YouTubers, man, all they got to do is fucking show up and shit like that. And they get asked questions like, you know, can I fart in your mouth? Oh, by the way, here's a 20, you know, and shit like that. You know, it's just, you know, it's a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, you know, I only ask Wet Movie for help on certain projects and shit like that. Like every now and because he's told me, he's like, dude, whenever you need help, if you need me to shout you out and shit like that, let me know. And I'm like, dude, because like he used to just shout me out whenever fucking he could, you know, but then it started to attract the wrong people, you know. So I'm just like for a while, I used to tell people, stop saying my fucking name in your video. I better not hear fucking artists come out of your fucking mouth in your videos, you know, like to the point where like I think me and Brendan like had a conversation one time. It was just like do you even want me like mentioning you? I'm like, you can mention me, man, but like Brendan has like a kind of like a track record of like if he says like, oh man, check out Chili Riano and shit like that, more than likely your link is going to end up in his description and shit like that, you know. But for a while with me, he'd be like, oh yeah, my buddy artist and shit like that, and then boom, he put my link in his description. And it got to a point where I was like, stop putting my link down there because it's getting out of fucking hand, you know. So like he would mention me in videos, but he wouldn't put my link and shit like that. And like he doesn't do videos anymore, but a guy, Romero Movie News, he wanted me to come on and do like an interview with him and shit, just for shits and giggles and shit like that. And I was like, dude, that sounds awesome. I like doing shit like that. You know, like if you want me to do an interview and shit like that, fuck, I'll fucking do it. That sounds awesome. So at the end of the interview and shit like that, he was just like, okay, and you can find artists on YouTube, and you can find them on Twitter and Instagram and shit like that. I was like, no, you cannot. He was just like, oh, you don't want me to put that in the description? I was like, the hell you do. Do not do that. We can have fun with this interview all day, but you are not putting that in the description, bro. And he was like, oh, okay, that's fair enough, you know, and shit like that, you know, because it just got that out of hand for a while, you know, especially like back in 2013. That's when it really fucking got out of hand and shit like that, you know. Yeah, I see what you mean. People out there crazy out there. I've been to Wet Shannon before, and a lot of people want to clap. Exactly. Like, fucking, there's literally fucking hundreds of thousands, if not probably millions of other fucking YouTubers out there. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. It's that easy, you know? That's why, like probably the video I have coming up to help promote movies, the letter R, Brett, USA.net, I'll probably help him, like, hey, can you throw this out somewhere? And more than likely he'll say yeah, you know, when he gets a second and shit like that. But you know, that'll probably be like my one for like a couple months, you know. Like one time the podcast was premiering, and I was like, dude, pimp the podcast. He was like, of course. He waited 3 days to fucking pimp it. And he was like, there you go, bud. I was like, yeah, but it doesn't help it when it's live. Now I needed it when it was live, you know. So I usually only ask it when I'm like I feel that I need it. You know, if people want to subscribe because they're like, oh, fuck, I saw the Movies Are USA video. Fuck, hey, subscribe. But him pimping out a video, I usually just want eyes on it. If you subscribe because of it, you subscribe. If you don't, hey, fucking whatever. You know, That's why I'm very protective with my Facebook and Instagram. My Instagram is private. If you find it and like you try and add me, if I don't know who the fuck you are, if I have no idea who you are, even if it says like this person also follows Brendan, if I don't know who the fuck you are, more than likely I'm not gonna add you. You know? It's weird how you have like 15. Yeah, exactly. And that fucking drives me up the wall too. Then why the fuck are you even watching? You know, sometimes I'll be sitting here in complete fucking silence with 15 people watching and nobody will say anything. God damn it, Brett. Stop it. You're going to ruin this fucking promotion before I even get it. I'm surprised they even said yes. You know? I figured they were going to take one look at this channel and be like, no. Like, no, thank you. But they were just like, yeah, sure, we'll send you, you know, what titles were you thinking of? And I told them the titles on their website that I was thinking of and shit. I actually could have asked for more, but I was like, I don't want to get too out of hand. And they were just like, yeah, sure, we'll put them in a box and send them your way. Just make sure you send us the video, which is why I'm going to use my like, hey, Brendan, help me out card when that video goes up. Because I want them to see the video and they're just like, oh, wow, shit, a lot of people do watch. So, which is exactly what I did when fucking for my first video with Hard to Find TV. When I did my, because I just did the Hard to Find TV video on a whim. You know, I didn't expect anything from them and vice versa. I just did it because I was like, man, these are fucking awesome, man. I finally get Oliver Bean and fucking Caveman. This is fucking sweet. And she's like, I'm still here. Okay, Jax. I was like, this is fucking sweet. So I did the video, and just for shiggles, I was like, hey, just so you guys know, I fucking made a video for your shit and everything. Awesome. Sweet. You know? And they sent me an email saying Drew Carey DVD is in the mail for you. And another one saying like, hey, we'll send you whatever you want as long as you keep making videos like that for us. And I was just like, fucking really? And they're like, yeah, man, that was dope, dude. And I was just like, okay. You got it, man, you know? So that's why I was like, Brendan, you got to share this fucking video. And I told him what they said and everything. He was like, oh, shit, you got it. And he fucking shared it and everything. And the views went up. I think like the first hardtofindtv.com video I did is like almost at 700 views, which, I mean, doesn't sound like a big deal to some people. But for me, that's, you know, just listening to you while I ponder my recent rejections and failures. There's always an open invitation, Jax. Come to daddy. Come on. Bring it in. Bring it in, my girl. Come on. Come on home. Telling you, Jax, it's going to be like Danny DeVito proposing to fucking Rhea Perlman. It's me or nothing. LOL, Carl. Only English subtitles. Don't be so hard on yourself, Jack Sheik. Is he writing a novel? No, I have my podcast notebook right here, and I bought a new notebook. So I am actually transferring some notes over to the new notebook, is what I'm doing, John Dalton. You know what? That's actually none of your damn business. I'd like you to stay in my personal affairs. Uh, got it. Very cool. Jax, my babe, it hurts me to hear this. You have such a good soul. Brett, I swear to God. BTS bacon. BTS bacon. All right. I don't know what the BTS is supposed to mean, but whatever your issue or delight with bacon is, you're very passionate about it. Can you do TikTok? Can you rephrase the question? Thanks, Brett. Big hugs. Just a second, guys. Okay. The question is, Aletha or Althea, can you do jerkmate? Have you heard of jerkmate? It's the same as the most popular social network with a fun and sexy twist. This is me from Manila. TikTok time. Okay. As the white girls say on the internet, you do you, boo boo. I still can't get over the last guy's rejection. Excuse, it was so dumb. I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, okay. I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, or everybody can leave. That's cool too. Whatever. Well, he had a performance complaint too, so I was like, oh, whatever. Well, you two weren't okay. Everybody left. Okay, cool, awesome. Just me. Okay, it still says we have 5 participants though, even though 2 people are here. What the fuck? All right, whatever. Um, but a performance complaint. I thought you two weren't that close. I've only been to the stream a couple times, but from what I've seen, I'm going to wager the guy is a clueless douche. We were. Things happen. Oh, okay. Well, I can't say anything about your performance. I've never banged it, but I'm pretty sure it's good. Big douche, and I just feel used now. Ooh, that's not good. Where does he live? Let's go beat him. Artist, when's the next mukbang? I don't know. Whenever somebody wants to pay for it. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App in the description down below. I do have his address. Hey, let's go beat him. Then he can judge my performance on his beating. At least I haven't had anything to do with Fika for a few days. Well, shit. You better not have any more. If he's in Cali, I got you. Better not have anything more to do with Fika. Unless I see this chick, because I want to see I want to see what this guy's banging for fucking her to call you. What was it? Used up. That's what it was. The game's afoot. I meant him or people by proximity. Oh, that's good. Worn out. That's what it was. Sorry, worn out. I forgot. I mean, she's cute, but she's not me. Let's be real here. Well, true. You are just melancholy. Hey, John. Where are you from? Yeah, didn't ask that. I asked where you're from. Okay, geographically speaking, if I were to send your ass a letter, which state would I have to put on that letter to make sure it got to you? Texas. All right. You just. Oh my God, Brett! I cannot believe you got that reference. Oh my God, Brett! I cannot believe you got that fucking reference. Oh my God, it's so great. Here, I'm gonna play it. Hold on. There's this guy who used to get so many like telemarketer calls to his house to the point where he'd start fucking with them. And this is one of his most famous ones. And Brett got the fucking reference I just made when I was asking John where he's from. And let me find it real quick. Oh shit! No, I can't find it. Are you for real? No. Okay, here it is. All right, here we go. I'm gonna play it for you. Let me get my mic down here.
Upgrade to download videos and watch anywhere at any time. Try our student plan free for 1 month.
Get paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit. Install the Chime app today and get started.
I wanted to switch gears a little bit. Tom Mabe was our guest last week.
Yes,
a lot of requests for this. He has a little stunt that he does. He leaves a tape recorder by his phone, and when the phone rings, he hits the button. And if it's a telemarketer, he records the call.
Puts them on a little bit.
And I thought we'd give this one a listen.
Hello? Yes, can I speak with Tom Mabe? Who's calling? Well, this is Mike. You've been selected to receive a complete digital satellite system for free. With this, you're going to... let me ask you something. Did you know Tom Mabe? Were you a friend of his? No, I'm not. I'm just calling to... hold on 1 second. All right? Hey, guys, get really good pictures of the body. Yeah, just everything down for print. Thank you there. Let me bring you up to speed. You've actually called a murder scene. Mr. Mabe is no longer with us. Officer Clark, you conduct a homicide investigation. I want to ask you a series of questions. What was the nature of the business you had with Tom Mabe? I had no business with him. I'm sorry to apologize. No, hold on. Look, I want to ask you to stay on the phone. This call's already been traced, and we may need you to come in for further questioning. You don't understand. I'm just calling on... No, look, you don't understand. Unless you want to be charged with obstruction of justice, it's imperative to keep your ass on the phone line. Well, how about you just talk with my supervisor then? No, look, we'll get your supervisor in a second here. First of all, give me your whereabouts. I'm at work. You're at work? Yeah. You being a smart ass? No, sir. Let me put it to you this way, Mike. Say I want to mail your ass a letter. What would I have to write on the outside of that envelope that sure as hell, man, would deliver it right to your ass? Geographically speaking, Mike, where is work? 40th, Wilton, Colorado.
Okay. No, you can stay. I was just curious where you're from. Geographically speaking, the fact that Brett got that reference is just, oh my god, one of the most obscure references I've ever made, and Brett got it. Oh my god. I'm not a prank caller. No, the geographically speaking, when I was just like, where are you from? And you're like, USA. And I was like, okay, geographically speaking, if I were to send your ass a letter, what state would I put on that letter to make sure it got to you? That's the reference I'm referring to. And that's what I just played there. Oh my God. That was good. Work? Are you being a smart ass, sir? No. Say I were to mail your ass a letter. What would I have to write on the outside? I can't even do it. You cracks in you. What did I have to write on the outside of that letter to make sure it gets to your ass? Geographically speaking, Mike. Oh my God. Oh shit. Okay. You just called a live crime scene. That's why for like a half a millisecond, I was like, what the fuck is Brett saying? Then it all clicked, man. I was just like, oh my God, he gets it. Oh, shit. Tom Maid has a great one where he calls rooms at a hotel for a telemarketer convention. Oh my God. That's the only one I've ever heard by the guy is that one. Is that fucking you called the live crime scene? Because I ran it on somebody before. You know? I kept getting telemarketer calls to my phone. So like I ran that exact same one on somebody before. They hung up before I got to fucking they hung up after I got to like, yeah, take some pictures of the body. Yeah, after I got to that, they hung up. Yeah, I didn't even get like fucking too far into it. This Brett is a genius. Too bad I traded in my Dirty Minds game, man. I have another one, but I get them all the time too, and the blocking apps never seem to catch them. I know my sister's just like, just block their numbers. I'm like, they just call from a different one. There's no point, you know. Fuck. This chili guy seems like he really knows what he's talking. Anyone want to play trivia? Let's turn this Monday into a Friday. What, do you have some trivia? I could go for some trivia. Yeah, I don't have any. I don't think I have any trivia games down here at the moment. I traded in a whole bunch of games the other couple weeks ago. I mean, I make a lot of obscure references during my lives that nobody ever fucking gets, but the fact that Brett got that one is just amazing. Play Jackbox or whatever. Oh shit, I don't have Jackbox. Keep forgetting it's Monday. The title of my live is Monday Night Live. At least I think it is. I just bought a new cart. Is anyone else smoking? Oh, a new cart. Okay. And Nikki ASH is the new women's champion. Wow. She cashed in already. Huh. I'll be damned. I don't see the title while I'm are just saying my days are already jumbled. Why do a lot of people, Jax is not the only one, but a lot of people used to come in here and just never read the title of the live. Like, why do I even make a title? Speaking of the title though, books, second edition books are being ordered this Friday. Erica was asking me about my birthday plans, and I'm like, that's in October. Really? Yeah, but you're usually on it with your birthday, man. It'll be like October 12th, and you're just like, okay, so next year. All right, fine. That's a good friend. Oh, yeah, Erica. Yeah. I didn't read it. I subbed to you and got a notification. Oh, I'm sorry. That's all I can say when people sub to me now. Dude, I subbed to you. I'm sorry. I'm preparing a homemade book of foot massage coupons for your next birthday, Jax. What's something that's a Friday thing that you would do today? Work. And I really don't want to go to work. Well, then if you're prepping foot massage coupons, I got a different book of coupons for Jax. Speak of the devil, she shall appear. It's Erica. Erica's actually been here the whole time. She just likes to come in and then she gets like really behind on my lives. So she's actually like an hour and 26 minutes behind. So I don't know. Weekends aren't the same when you're not working. How are your Bobcat Goldwipe impression skills? I'll tell you. Oh, shit. I don't think I can do Bobcat. I just sent her a link when I saw her on. Oh, okay. Because usually Erica shows up and then, you know, like a half an hour will go by and it's just like, so pancakes, right? And then, you know, then another half an hour will go by and then it's Erica. I love pancakes. I'm like, that was a half an hour ago. You know? She's like, oh, I'm behind. You could just pick these up off the shelf. Oh, I can't do Bobcat. Oh, wait. I take my women like I take my pizza. Cold, greasy, and leftover. I think that's the best I can get. Diamond Eyes as in the Deftones album. Yes. Deftones is our all-time favorite band. You know, for a long time, I used to say the Wallflowers were my all-time favorite band, but I think recently I can officially say that fucking Dead by April is now my all-time favorite band, as much as I listen to them. Artist's new benefactor, America's. No, it is. You go there, moviesusa.net. Be sure to let them know that you saw their link at the ArtistV1 Live. Buy something too. That'd be really sweet if you bought something. Like if you like those Netflix movies like The Babysitter and Babysitter 2, Killer Queen, they have those. You can get those physical media if you're like somebody who has to have physical media. You know? I hate those fuckers that are just like, well, I don't need cable. I have Netflix. I'm just like, you know, they don't keep everything on there forever, right? So yeah, Friends is on Netflix. I'm like, yeah, I bet you're really pissed when HBO Max came around. That's okay. I have The Office. Yeah, Peacock's gonna change that. Now I think their new thing is Seinfeld. Seinfeld's the one they have now. And I'm just waiting for some streaming service to come along and take it. Because I think Hulu had it for a while. That was like half Bobcat, half Richard Pryor. Pretty good. Richard Pryor. You don't think I didn't see them jokes about me either. What's this? Richard Pryor running down the street, motherfuckers. Oh, okay. How was freebasing cocaine and shit? Okay. I need to catch up on Zoe. Yeah, apparently they failed to find another network, but they're still trying. But if you want to get Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist on DVD, you can head over to one of our sponsors, that being hardtofindtv.com or fanmadedvd.com. Let them know that ArtistV1 sent you, and they'll slap those, just bam, slap it right on a DVD or a Blu-ray for you, and you can watch it for all time. Make sure you tell them that Artist sent you, and you'll save 15% on your purchase. And also available are your Will the Artist Cooper 8x10s. You can get those too. And there is a very special product. This is the 1 of 40, number 1, and the original, as Rob Feinstein would say, the original proof copy of my book, Hard to Find. Oh my God. Stories No One Asked For, the original proof copy of Stories No One Asked For, with where I've made the indentations that I need to make edits and such like that for the second edition. All that good stuff in here. If you want the signed proof copy, signed number 1 of 48 by 10. I think 40 is a little too high. So, you know what? Let's make it 35. If you want both of these signed, $35 for those. They cured my impotence. They put the hard in Hard to Find TV. I'd send them that, but they weren't really appreciative of the last one. So I'm not going to send them that one. Marketing idea. Get a hot chick to read the audio version of your book. Jax's head would explode if I had to read that. Because Jax would be the hot chick I would go to. And if she wouldn't want to do it, probably the next one I go to would probably be my friend Haley. Eyeballs. I've told this story before, but I'm telling y'all, man, like my mom wanted to read the book. She was like, I want to read the book. You know? And I was like, no, you don't. She was like, no, I did. You wrote a book and I want to be supportive and I want to read it. I'm like, you don't want to read this book. And she was like, yes, I do. I was like, okay, fine. So I gave her a copy of the book, you know, and I numbered it for her and everything because it was only 35 copies. So I numbered it for her. I was like, here you go, you know. So a couple weeks went by, you know, and Jax, I can't wait to see your footnotes on Will's book. Oh my God. So very cool. More into, see what I mean? See how long ago that comment was? See, she's already behind. So a couple of weeks go by and I think I said the word fuck somewhere. My mom heard it and she was like, oh yeah, speaking of fuck. I was like, what the hell? She was like, your book is filthy. I was just like, I told you didn't want to read it. My mom loved the book. Well, I'm glad somebody's mom did. And I was like, I told you didn't want to read it. She was like, yeah, but I didn't think it was going to be filthy like that. I was like, I warned you about the book. You know? And she was like, yeah, but you could have cleaned that up a little bit. I was just like, did you really think that I was going to write a PG book? You know? She was like, well, I didn't think it was going to be that dirty. I wrote a line here. I'll even read you the line I wrote. That I think it happened on the second page, as a matter of fact. Well, no, that would be the introduction. Page 5 is when my mom gave up on the book. And that is, you would have thought the idea of a triple skate to justice was the equivalent of maybe asking him, hey, can I maybe drop my nutsack in your mouth and you can suck me off like a circus seal? That was it. Page 5. My mom was done. She was done with the book. She was like, I don't want to know what else is in this book. My sister actually got a little further. She told me, she was like, there was some stuff in your book that I didn't want to know about you. And I was like, I told y'all did not want to read this book. I won't tiptoe around my thoughts about it. Oh, okay. Okay, you two. You two want to get a room? Most people are into that album, but Diamond Eyes is just the only name I think I could use when I made my username because I'm lame. Sounds very gonzo, man. Huh? Well, don't be jealous. I've been chatting with babes all day. Gonzo in the style of Hunter S. Thompson. Ah, okay. No, it is. Then no, it is not Gonzo. Hunter S. Thompson sounds like a very distinguished author, and I can tell you that right now. This book is nothing like it because the first edition is just written with typos. Because when I wrote the first edition, I went over it 4 times, and I was just like, okay, this is good to go. So then I got the proof copy that I got right there, and I found mistakes in it. I was like, fuck, I gotta fix these. So I fixed those. And I went to quote unquote press, So I printed out the 35 copies. So as I'm packing orders and shit like that, because people already ordered the book and shit. So like I'm reading through it myself, and like I get to like certain parts of the book, and I was just like, son of a bitch. There's so many fucking typos in here. And most of them weren't even like misspellings. They were just like words that I left out. Like I think at one part I was supposed to say, like, well, for justice's sake, he was, and it just says, well, for justices, he was, I forgot the word sake. I was like, fuck, So for the second edition, I went back and literally fixed every single one. That's why there's incantations in here to where I've circled where the typos and such are. So like I know where they are and such like that. Plus I have changed little things here and there. Like I made a reference to the killer Jodi Arias. If anybody's familiar, for Pete's, yeah, exactly. That's essentially how it went. Like I made a reference to the killer Jodi Arias. I changed that in the second edition to somebody who makes a little bit more sense. Because the Jodi Arias reference doesn't really make any sense. I mean, it makes sense for somebody being crazy, but if you actually know the Jodi Arias story, it doesn't really make any sense. So I went ahead and changed it to somebody who makes a little bit more sense. So there's like different things I've added. I mean, like if you really read the first edition and then the second edition, you will see the changes and such. They're very minimal. It's kind of like watching yes, thank you. It's kind of like watching an unrated edition of a DVD, essentially. It's just like, oh wow, you can you can barely tell the differences, but I noticed that and such like that. Who else is in the book? Probably a lot of people you don't know. To be honest, Erica, because I think there's only there's 2 stories that happen. No, you're not in the book, Jax. Not in this one. There was a story planned for you, and more stories no one asked for, but I haven't written that. Jackson, not that important. Is Luana? No, I don't think I mentioned Luana either. because I write about when I got that ticket leaving work, leaving, the mall that time. And I write about this day in Houston where like I just had like a string of bad luck. I think those are the only stories that I really write about in Texas, I think. Oh no. Oh yeah, the talent show. Duh. Do I mention anybody by name in the talent show though? Other than Roger Clemens? How many times am I mentioned? Just a ballpark number. Oh, shit. Too many to name. Too many to name, Brett. Sam Kennison? How dare you disrespect Texas? He's from Houston. I don't know, man. No, Texas was very important. It's just that, there's 3 stories in there from Texas, man. But what's new? There are 4 bonus stories in the second edition, 2 of which are from my abandoned second book, Retail Hell and the Fire from the Other Side of the Counter, which was going to be all stories about my life in retail. You'll get 1 from Hy-Vee and you'll get 1 from Blockbuster Video. Plus, there is You Respect My Stay Day, name it. All right. There is a quote unquote new original. And by original, I mean, a buddy of mine once told me this weird, kooky story. Texas here to DE. He told me this weird, kooky story, so I kind of like retold it. Put some twists. Put some like, I wouldn't say twists and turns in it, but kind of like added some exposition, I guess. Kind of put it like an ending on there, such like that. And I put a quickie story in there. Oh, so there's actually 5 stories about Texas in the second edition, because the new quickie story about Kentucky Fried Chicken takes place in Texas. There is an update. There is a chapter in the first edition titled Tatiana, and there is an update. There is like a 2-page update on what happened after that story. Needs more Texas. How much more goddamn geographical product placement do you need in this book? And there is a new quote unquote introduction, but it's basically just one long thank you. So yeah, that's it right there. There's some geographical product placement in there. I mentioned Memorial Mall. I mentioned Hart's Chicken. Did you find that chick's name Tatiana? Do you find that chicks named Tatiana are usually hot? That's been my experience. This one, I said, you'd have to read the book, but she was unusually hot. Like I always found myself attracted to her, and I didn't know why. I said what I said, Will. So that's what's new in the second edition. Yeah, Tatianas are always hot, or they can be named, or they can't be named Tatiana. I'm lost again. You asked me what stories were new in the book, and I just got done explaining. And when I get the second edition of the book by itself will be $15 plus shipping. So it's like $2 for shipping because I'm going to ship it media mail. But what I will do for you, if you want a second edition of the book, third edition. I mean, there are some Texas stories I could write in there. I mean, Erica, I could write our little fallout for a little bit. You know, I could write our little story together, the Will and Erica story, how I met you and such like that. Although there's not enough juice in there for a story, though. I don't think people would want to read it. I'm just giving you a hard time. Okay, I was about to say. I mean, there's some interesting shit in that story. I just don't think enough to fill out a story where people be like, you know. As your dearest friend, would you like me to write your foreword? If it wasn't already printed, ready to go, Brett, I would probably say no. Brett, I bet you nail it. It would probably be the kookiest fucking forward you'd ever read. Is it No Country for Old Men, Texasy? I don't know. Anyway, like I was going to say, second edition when it comes out, it's going to be $15 plus shipping by itself. So it's going to be like $17. But if you want an 8x10 and a book, both signed and personalized to you, the book gets personalized to you, as well as the 8x10 if you want it personalized, or if you just want it signed. I'll give you a book and an 8x10 for $20 shipped. So keep that in mind. No orders to international. Sorry, it's too expensive. Can't ship international. It's too expensive. And no orders to West Virginia. They know why. I'd have Jackie write the forward because, I mean, like, there's not a... Brett, I bet you... Oh, my God. Get out! No, I mean, like I said, I tried writing a second book, which was totally missed it. Get out. All of you, get out. Like I said, I tried writing the second book, which was Retail Hell and the Fire from the Other Side of the Counter. I don't know how I got stalled writing a book about my own life. Like, you know, maybe I got so bored writing fucking about Tivana, maybe I bored myself out. I don't know. You know, because actually, like, if I finish the Tivana chapter, it gets pretty fucking juicy. You know, and how much bullshit went down with that fucking job. You know, I don't know. Maybe I should skip it, come back to it later, write some more. I don't know. But I mean, I do have enough stories for like a more stories no one asked for type of book. Some of which I've told online already. But you know, this would be a nice way to get you suckers to pay for it. You know. I could talk about my experience being at Nipplegate, you know, the Janet Jackson thing. Selling tea is juicy. Because Tivana is not a fun place to work at. You would think, you know, being at that place would, you know, it'd be like an okay job, but it wasn't. It was just one of the most horrible job experiences I've had up until, you know, I mean, it's gone down on the list a little bit, but they technically fired my ass on Christmas Eve. Technically. They didn't fire me, but they technically fired me. If you sell it, chick's name Tatiana, it is at Diamond Eyes. How about you tell us a story, but make it sound like you're telling a scary story? Tivana was intense. I had a couple breakdowns there. What kind of sandwich did they give you at Nipplegate? They either you know the answer to that and you just want me to tell it again, or you're trying to be funny, but there actually is an answer to it. But during one of the rehearsals for Nipplegate, they actually gave us this fucking thinly sliced turkey sandwich with like some fucking barbecue sauce on it. Because I've told the Super Bowl story before where I've been at Super Bowl. And I don't want to tell her right now because now, shit, I might need that for a second book. I actually have the stories written down for that book somewhere. I think it's upstairs in front of my TV. I think I gotta go look at that. Sarah, that doesn't sound like you're saying it like it was a scary story. So we're at the Super Bowl. And it was storming. It really was storming, just FYI. That's not just to make it sound scary. And it was storming. And we were standing out in the rain. And we were getting cold. We kept looking at each other like we weren't going to make it. Me, personally, I was looking at which one I was going to eat first. Me, personally, I was looking at Jahida. I thought maybe she'd feed us all for a while. But whatever. Tivana is the scary one. Yeah, but now I'm on the Super Bowl one. So, when all hope was lost, the Super Bowl committee finally let us inside the stadium. And with our last ounce of hope, they finally fed us. And this styrofoam container, which I'm sure has killed many, many of baby seals, we opened it up. And inside was the saddest excuse of a sandwich I've ever seen in my life. This is more podcasts. Like, I want more scary. Well, then, Erica, I don't know what else to do for you then. I was watching porn, but stop. This story is too riveting. Okay. I'm chubbing. Okay. All right. That's it. I've had it with all your stupid fucking faces. See, this is what I mean earlier when Chili Riano, when I was explaining, we're like, when the big YouTubers do this type of shit, they slip them a 20 when this shit happens, and me, I get nothing. I don't get a nickel out of this. I started something here. Oh, Andrew, by the way, get your artist 8x10. The hell am I talking about? You said I haven't got your artist book yet. The hell am I talking about? Artist ASMR, something I didn't know I need. No, fuck no. I refuse to do ASMR. Typing with one hand right now. Oh my god, you people are sick. Living in a sick world, living with sick people. Diamond Eyes, can you sing Passenger? Oh, here, I can sing you guys a song. If I were invisible, then I could just watch you in your room. How much is an 8x10? $10. This is an official ArtistV1 A series, numbered AV1, right there. Breakdown Palace Productions, all rights reserved. Right there for you. Limited to 40. I can't sing. Yeah, but what Erica makes up in lack of voice, she makes up for in hotness. Look at the profile picture right there. That profile picture is fire. Like in an alternate timeline somewhere, me and Erica make like a weird, kooky couple. And in another timeline, she murders me. I don't know. It's weird. I still haven't posted our karaoke tragedy yet, Erica. Roll the windows down. This cool night air is curious. Don't, Jackie. Who sang that invisible song, and why don't that come to my head quickly? Clay Aiken sang that. What you doing tonight? I wish I could be a fly on your wall. Are you really alone? Each move that you make. What? Okay. Wait, here we go. Here's one. If I could stay awake just to hear you breathe. Yeah. Okay. Dear God, that was terrible. That's one. Man, I haven't given out a strike in a while, man. That felt good. I think you found your niche. It sounds nothing like that. I'm here for all the strikes. Shit, I gotta start going live on Mondays. This seems to be my money night. Well, I mean, not really money. Not making anything, but whatever. More like Clay Aiken. That's one. If hearts were unbreakable, yeah. How bad do I have to work for strike two? That's what she said. Hey, John, what's up, man? Yeah, I gotta start going live on Mondays, man. Maybe I'll have to start sacrificing Raw just to come in here and hang out and shit. I'm good. You good? Good. Haven't murdered anybody, so that's good. It's always a good night when you haven't murdered anybody. It was a good show. I watched some of it. I watched all the way up until Keith Lee came back, and then I came down here. And then Diana told me that Nikki ASH, which we're going to talk about that on Wednesday. He wants his heart unbreakable. He wants his heart unbreakable, then breaks hearts by saying, I already am. I know, right? Wait, I already am. Are you taking song requests? What's your request? Pretty much, if it ain't Clay Aiken Invisible, I mean. Although I pretty much only do that song to annoy Carla, and she ain't even here. Selena. If I could fall. Okay. Sorry. I'm not gonna ruin that song anymore. Fucking love Selena. Prince. I was dreaming when I wrote this. Forgive me if it goes astray. But when I woke up this morning, could have sworn it was Judgment Day. You should take requests and then every time keep singing Invisible. No, oh shit. God, that kind of happened one time. Me, Jax, and like some people, we used to always go to this Halloween party. and we knew this kid named Aaron, and Aaron one year dressed as fucking Johnny Cash because that movie Walk the Line just came out, and so he was carrying a fucking guitar one night at the Halloween party and shit. So like people were just like, dude, play this song, and he would play like the fucking 3 chords, like the only 3 he knew. So like I forgot. I said, what was it? Oh, it was. I was like, dude, play "What Is Love" by Hathaway. You know, like "What Is Love," and he was like, okay. Bang, and he just played the same 3 chords. Holy fucking genie in a bottle.
I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Gotta rub me the right way, honey. I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Come on in, yeah.
Just the same. Yeah. That's all I kept doing, even though like I asked him to play like a completely different song. I mean, somebody even asked for like a Johnny Cash song. They're like, dude, play Ring of Fire. And he just played the same 3 or 4 chords. Like, can you do the theme from Cheers?
Where everybody knows your name, dun, 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 and you're always glad you came. Dun, dun, dun. You want to go where everybody knows your name. Dun.
I was just chatting with him. Oh, okay. Making your way in the world today takes every motherfucking thing you fucking got. Britney Spears? Any particular Britney Spears song? I've been playing Britney Spears at work lately because now they let me use the radio sometimes. And I've been playing Britney Spears is Overprotected because I'm surprised that song hasn't recharted with all this free Britney shit going on right now. Like that song makes a hell of a lot more sense now with all this free Britney shit going on. Toxic, Lucky, Oops, Jesus. Oh, I can't do Toxic. I know that for sure. Oops. Oh God. Oops. That triggers my fucking PTSD. But
Early morning, she wakes up, knock, knock, knock on the door. It's time for makeup, perfect smile. It's who they're all waiting for.
okay. I know Britney Melody. I know, right? There were like 3 different songs. A Hannah Montana song would save my life right now.
And they say, do you want to dance my barefoot Cinderella? Don't need no slippers or a party dress. The way you're looking right now is what I like the best. And then I say, do you want to take a step and stay with me forever? Don't. Oh, shit.
I cannot believe I forgot the words of that. Oh shit. Well, shit. There's something for you. Britney is no longer bangable. That's why. Nobody's perfect. I don't know Nobody's Perfect that well. I mean, if you want another Hannah song,
do me a favor. Tell me what you think about me. Go out on a limb and just dream.
well, like I mean, like because she's bangable. She's got some years left.
If there's nothing missing in my life, then
I can't do the high part. Can you sing the chorus of One More Time and do the dance Sean does in Ready? And give me and give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. I've been planning to do an episode of the podcast on Ready to Rumble. I just haven't gotten to it because I need to write like a detailed fucking synopsis of that movie. Because I need to write a detailed synopsis plus like a whole bunch of fucking trivia facts and shit. She is fit, has a crazy glint in her eyes, still very bangable. Well, like all this free Britney shit coming on. I think like one day at work, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hear Overprotected. So I put on Overprotected and I was singing along to it, you know, dancing at work and shit. And I was just like, Overprotected, there must be. And then I just stopped and I was like, oh shit, this song makes a hell of a lot more sense now. You know? Taylor Swift. Oh God.
stop everything now. Meet me in the pouring rain. Kiss me on the sidewalk. Take away the pain. 'Cause I see sparks fly whenever you smile.
There's some Taylor Swift for you. I feel like we are 2 of 5 people that really appreciate that movie. We're the only 2 people in here that appreciate that movie. Blank Space. Trying to remember the course of it. I should know it. She said, "Oh my God, look at that face. You look like your next mistake. Loves the game. Oh, I'm remembering everything but the fucking chorus. Oh, I can't do Slave for You, and I'm not even going to attempt that one. How the fuck does the chorus for Blank Space go? And I can't play it because Taylor Swift will kick me off fucking YouTube quicker than I can say Blank Space. I'm literally playing the fucking song in my head, and I'm remembering everything from that song except for the chorus for Blank Space. And I'll write your name. Boys only want money if it's torture. Love if it's torture.
So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over, or if the high was worth the fame. Got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane.
Fuck, man. I used to listen to that song fucking relentlessly, and I can't remember. Michael Jackson, please. Oh my God. What was the last movie you watched? Fear Street 1666. Awesome fucking movie. If you guys haven't watched the Fear Street movies, holy shit. I'm trying to think of a Michael Jackson song I can make sound somewhat decent.
Girl, what can I do to get through to you? 'Cause no,
he gets too high on that one. I can't do that one.
She was more like a beauty queen when I crossed the scene. She was more like.
Fuck, I don't remember the words of Billie Jean. The Fear Street movies are a little disappointing in my opinion. Well, like we say on the podcast, your opinion is wrong. All right, sorry, I can't give you a Michael Jackson one. I'm sorry. I can't find my Prozac. Oh, I can give you some Prozac.
'Twas so long ago and so far away. I still remember what you're doing today. I remember like it's yesterday. The song we used to sing, what was its name? Guaranteed until the break of day. Okay, sorry. Hey, I found a few. I felt like I have seen a similar stuff to Fear Street, but done better. You know, we were having a good time, John, with the singing and everything, and then you had to bring my mood down with you disrespecting the Fear Street movies. You could be the next Mr. Nightmare. You got a good voice for scary stories. I know. I thought about doing that a long time ago. Like I have this book right here, which is a really good book. If anybody can find it, it's really good. Evil Women, Deadlier Than the Male. Now, I don't read that often, so if I tell you that a book is good, take that shit to the fucking bank. Okay? Really good book. I thought about just like reading from this and just seeing how it comes across. But like I'm one of them people who do shit like that. So I mean, listen to the fucking podcast. That'll tell you right then and there that I do that shit. Eileen Wuornos. Yes, that is actually the last chapter in this book. Eileen Wuornos. There it is, right there. Eileen Wuornos. You know, but really good book. Ruth Ellis. That's actually the joke that I replaced Jodi Arias with in the second edition of the book. Ruth Ellis is actually the woman I replaced the Jodi Arias joke in the book with. Because I make a reference to Jodi Arias. And I was just like, you know what? That joke doesn't really work here. So, did you ever see the movie Monster? I had, because Baby Mama told me that I would like it, and I sat down and watched it, and I thought it was pretty entertaining. And that was before I actually ever knew anything about Eileen Wuornos. You know, I haven't finished reading my book yet. Arias. That's one. It's been a couple weeks. Yeah, and you said you'd read my book after that, so it looks like that's never going to get read. You should do a Dandy Hook story in a scary voice. Okay, you don't have one, Jax. Jeez. Would have been a nightmare today. Yeah, I'm sure. Going to sleep, meow. All right, Erica, thanks for coming in. Sandy Hook, I mean. You should do a Sandy Hook story in a certain. What do you mean a Sandy Hook story? I mean,
Sorry, well, I've had a few things going on. You mean Sandy? Look, yeah, that's what they just said. Yeah, John, I can't bang crazy homicidal chicks. I draw a firm line in the sand there. Plus struggling with my executive dysfunction. You know, there actually is one supposed psycho out there who I wouldn't mind, you know, taking a crack at. And that is, I would have tamed that crazy. There's actually one supposed psycho out there that I wouldn't mind taking a crack at. I actually think she's pretty cute, and that's Casey Anthony. Fun fact about me. That's a fancy way of saying ADHD. Okay, I got you. But going back to July's suggestion, the Sandy Hook story. I don't know what you mean by a Sandy Hook story. There's only one. Unless somebody shot up that school again. Arius is hot too. To each their own. Yeah, at least with Casey Anthony, though, at least there's the possibility that I might get killed. Who knows? Arius, or, you know, I'm just going to say Aris because it's just easier for me to fucking say. But with Jody Aris, I know I'm going to get stabbed. Jax, have you tried hybrid weed? I have the same prob and that helps. I'm starting to think maybe I never became a big YouTuber because of the people I associate with. Maybe that's why. Do you still believe Sandy Hook was a false flag? You know what? Never really did any research on it. So until then, yes. I know I said I'd do some research on it, but I never did. I'm lazy. So, but until then, yeah. I'm referring to my, yeah, I figured, Brett. If I tried to bang, you wouldn't make it 2 weeks. She'd stab you by then. I have a CBD THC 101, but it slows my breathing sometimes. I was looking for my morning meds. It's a gummy. Have you tried heroin? I hear heroin works. I don't think she killed anybody before. No, I think her boyfriend was the first and only, I believe. Because what happened with Jody was she was dating dude. I believe his name was Travis, I believe. Jax is my heroine. Yeah, but I don't think she means like slow breathing as in like, ooh, I'm less stressed. I think she means like, you know, like a bad slow breathing. I know that was a speed breathing, but you get what the fuck I'm saying. But because Jody was dating Travis, and then he left her, and she was acting psycho exy, even though they were still banging on the side. And then one day she showed up, dude was taking a shower. She took sexy pictures of him, and then boom, stabbed him. That's all she wrote. Shallow breathing, trouble catching my breath. I have post-COVID syndrome, so my lungs are weakened. I think his mistake was he gave her false hope by dating. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That or dating her in the first place. I mean, let's be real here. Well, to be fair, the Casey Anthony thing, you know, that's kind of still up in the air. Although, given the evidence, you know, it doesn't look good for her, but she's hot, you know. Like, if Casey Anthony showed up right now and was like, you want to bang? I'd be like, okay. You know. Do I want her around my children? No. Also, by banging her when he had broken up with her. I mean, no, I got you. I got you. You would. Yeah. Hey, but at least I wouldn't let her around my kid. You have to give me some credit. What's your favorite? Who's your favorite serial killer to read about? Good job. Well, my favorite one to read about. I don't really have any favorites like to read about. It's probably Susan Smith, because that was just fucking kooky. You know, Susan Smith is one. Gacy's a weird one. He's a Dahmer. I think Dahmer's up there. Yeah, those are the ones I can think off the top of my head. Yeah, I'd be banging Casey Anthony. She'd be like, "Oh, I want to meet your kiddo." I'd be like, yeah, about that. I'd be like, "Can I see your your Google search history first? Please tell me I'll get that reference. Please, dear God, tell me I'll get that." Dahmer was interesting. He was planning on making a dining room table out of his victims' bones. I mean, I'm not saying I agree, but that would have been kind of cool to see. She'd have an ulterior motive. Chicks like that are perpetual liars and manipulators. John Wayne, if you're scared of clowns. John Wayne Gacy. The best thing I've ever learned about fucking Richard Ramirez was the way he was captured. I mean, I knew he was caught, but when I watched the Netflix documentary on him and found out that basically a whole neighborhood of people fucking caught him and beat the shit out of him until the cops came, that was fucking fascinating. I never knew that about him. I recently came across a YouTube channel I like that discusses murder cases and serial killers from a diagnostic mental health perspective. He was at, I know, right? They beat the shit out of him until the cops came. He's in the back of a cop car all bandaged up and shit. I never knew that until I watched that documentary. Like, I knew he was caught, obviously, and shit like that, but I never knew how he was caught until I watched that documentary. It was fucking fascinating. Whole neighborhood of people were just like, there he is, get him. And they just beat the fuck out of him until the cops came. Dr. Harold Shipman is interesting. I'm not familiar with Harold Shipman, am I would need my serial killer coloring books down here to know that. I have quite a few serial killer coloring books. Maybe I'm weird for not being able to handle that true crime shit. It gives me bad dreams. Sometimes it does. Like, I once fell asleep watching, I think, a serial killer documentary, and I did not have pleasant dreams that night. The Doctor of Death from England. I don't know that one. I'm thinking of Dave Cullen in my brain. I'm thinking of Dave Cullen. Because I'm pretty sure he was British too. And he was a doctor who did experiments on people just for shiggles. He also has a very, very dry sense of humor, sneaks a lot of deadpan jokes in, so I love it. I like this channel because there's no creepy music. His voice is soothing. Normally, I don't care for it. Harold Shipman, I mean. Yeah, no, I got you. The Doctor of Death from England. But I'm thinking, like, because I was like, Dr. Harold Shipman, and then England, I was just like, I'm thinking Dave Cullen for some reason. Or not Dave Cullen. Yeah, Dave Cullen. That's what I'm thinking of. They say suspect. Maybe that is who I'm thinking of, Harry Shipman. But maybe I'm confusing him with Dave Cullen. I don't know. Let me see. Harry Shipman, serial killer. Let me see him. All right, the picture doesn't ring a bell. Known to acquaintances as Frederick Shipman. That could be why. He was found guilty of murder of 15 patients under his care. Yeah, okay. I think I have heard of this cat. I think I have. I think. Shipman used medication to kill his victim. They said he was suspected of killing. I think I have heard of him. I may not know a lot about him, but I may have heard of him. I'd have to go look to my coloring books, believe it or not, because I have like 5 or 6 serial killer coloring books. Because that's what I used to do. Like for the serial killers, I don't know. I would find like a documentary like on YouTube, and I would color while I learn about it and shit. That used to be like my fucking crack. Yeah. Oh, dude, don't knock it till you try it, dude. I'm serious. Because like a lot of the serial killers that like I didn't know, that's what I would do. I would like find a page that I didn't know. I'm like, I don't know who this cat is. Like who's somebody I didn't know about? Jerry Brudos. Jerry Brudos is somebody I did not know anything about. And then like his coloring page was in there. So I was like, all right. So I put on a documentary and I colored Jerry Brudos while I learned about Jerry Brudos. Doretha Puente. She's in this book. Evil Women. That was another one I didn't know anything about until, yeah, fucking Doretha Puente. Whew. If that's who, I'm pretty sure. Isn't she the one that killed all of her grandchildren? 2 boys, 3 girls, I believe. Or is that Nanny Dawes? I'm getting people confused. I watched the Ted Bundy stuff on Netflix. You know, I watched like the first episode of the tapes of Ted Bundy, and I, believe it or not, I just wasn't that into it. But I did like the movie. The movie was really good. It was directed by the same guy who did Blair Witch 2, Joe Berlinger. So I ended up really liking that. Where's Dorothy Prente in this book? Because I'm pretty sure that she killed her grandchildren. No, she killed a lot of homeless men. Oh, who's the one that killed her grandchildren then? Maybe Nanny Dawes? Is that who? No, it can't be Nanny. No, it has to be Dorothy Puente. Hold on. Oh, time out. Hold on. Dorothy Puente. Oh no, maybe it is the Giggling Granny, 86. Hold on, I'm just trying to glance at these pages real quick. Hold on. No, this is talking about. Yeah, she's killing her husbands here. So yeah, Dorothy Puente has to be the one that killed her grandchildren. Damn, I didn't like the tapes then. Yeah, Jax, that internet brainwashing shit is very scary. Did you ever see the Slender Man story? I kept falling asleep watching that. Not that it wasn't bad or anything. I just kept fucking falling asleep watching it. It sounded really good. Same. I didn't like taping. Yeah, no. Who is the craziest serial killer? Oh, fuck. Dude. I mean, serial killer? Like, again, Dahmer has to be up there, man. He's fucking kooky. You know? Ed Kemper's a wild one. This is somebody who, planned to, I mean, he straight up planned to kill his mother. Ed Kemper's a kooky one. BTK killer? He's a kooky one, too. Would invite them to her house, kill them, and collect Social Security. Oh yeah, Doretha Puente, Bodies in the Garden. Yeah. Who am I thinking of that killed her grandchildren? Because I colored that page. Because I remember coloring the fucking booties. Oh shit, that's gonna drive me fucking insane now. It's creepy on a Ring movie level. Once you read the story, you are compelled to go out in the forest and summon the Slender Man. Oh man, I gotta try and watch that documentary again. She was a killer in Sacramento, only 1 hour from where I'm from. Oh shit. I first saw it in 2020. I would say a guy called Richard Chase, Dahmer, and Kemper. Gary Widgway. Green River Killer. Yeah, that's a good one. There's a show on the television network Reels, Reelz. It's not available everywhere. Called Murder Made Me Famous. Great fucking show if you have that channel. But if you don't have that channel, they take that show and they put it in audio form on podcasts. Same name, Murder Made Me Famous. So if you guys are really interested in some of the people here, go listen to that podcast. It is out fucking standing. I mean, phenomenal. Like, oh my God. Like, I've been trying to find people online who have this show on DVD so I could fucking buy it. You know? Henry Lee Lucas. Yeah, that's one. Nanny Doss was the one that killed her grandchildren? Okay. See, I was reading when I was just glancing at the page, I kept seeing husbands were dying. That's the one I kept fucking seeing. Green River Killer, Zodiac Killer. You know, that's one thing, side note, that's one thing I hate about these fucking serial killer coloring books that I get. They always put the Zodiac Killer in there, and I'm just like, nobody knows what he fucking looks like. Stop putting pictures in here for me to color of him. Supposedly they were part of a murderous cult. They had to go. I mean, I guess you could call it a serial killing, but you know what I find really fascinating, like to learn about, or the first time I heard about it, I found really fascinating because I always heard about it, but I never learned the history of it, and that was Jonestown, the Jonestown Massacre. And there's a great documentary, or drama-mentary, because it's like half acted, half documentary on Amazon Prime. I don't know if it's still on there, called Jonestown. What was it called? Jonestown Paradise Lost. Phenomenal. Holy shit. And like, I always knew about the Jones. I always knew about the Jonestown thing, the drinking the Kool-Aid shit and all that. I always knew about that. I never knew he murdered a U.S. senator. I never knew about any of that shit until I watched that. Phenomenal. The Murder Made Me Famous. Go find the episode of Murder Made Me Famous or the podcast. Jonestown Paradise Lost on Amazon. Oh, so good. So good. I just watched Dr. Grande's video on Jonestown. That's the Dr. I'm going to write that down. Dr. Grande. I always say certain actors have Jim Jones type of charisma. And again, you could classify him as a serial killer, but learning about Pablo Escobar was I have like a great coloring picture of Pablo Escobar I did. One of my favorite pictures that I colored of him. And I believe my coloring Instagram is in my description, I believe. Ooh, Heaven's Gate. Yeah, he was a kooky guy. Where's my Pablo Escobar at? Ah, here we go. Here's my Pablo Escobar. What do you mean you don't consider Pablo Escobar a serial killer, man? What the fuck? Yeah, Jones didn't murder anyone. What? Drugs are you on, dude? Did I post any other serial killer one? Yeah, here we go. Here's my Eileen Wuornos. Right there. I actually have a better Eileen Wuornos I did. Yeah, but he killed a lot of people. Watch the episode. Murder Made Me Famous. Oh yeah. Here's my Richard Ramirez. That's a good one. And my Jeffrey Dahmer's okay. That one, that is. And here's the youngest serial killer recorded, Mary Bell. Mary Bell's fascinating to read about too. Mary Bell, just because of how young she is. And I think that's all the ones I did serial killer. Everything else is like other shit I've done. Yeah, but all drink. Okay, that's the whatever. I'm not getting into this fucking debate. You're wrong. That's all I'm going to say. You're wrong. Oh, and then there's this serial killer. Not really, but. What's the best serial killer movie other than Zodiac you can recommend? Well, I haven't seen Zodiac, so I couldn't recommend it even if I wanted to. Or Night Stalker. Serial killer movie. Well, like I said, even though you don't consider him a serial killer, but I thought Jonestown Paradise Lost was phenomenal. Serial killer movies. The Shining. Man, it's weird. I haven't watched that many serial killer movies, have I? Even though it's like cheaply produced and shit like that, I think it's still okay for a watch, and that's the John Wayne Gacy one. Who would win in a fight, Gacy or Dahmer? Gacy. I never watched it. Never watched Helter Skelter. I'm more interested in watching Charles Manson. Look him up on YouTube if you've ever fucking seen him. But oh my god, Behind the Mask. I just watched that recently, like a couple weeks ago. Oh my god, that was so good. Threw me off. I'm more interested. Look him up on YouTube if you ever get the chance. Look up Charles Manson prison interviews. Holy shit. This guy here will make you fucking second think your fucking life. Like somebody asked him one time, like, Charles, how do you feel about being locked up all these years? And he's just like, well, I'm not locked up. You know, you guys out there, you're the ones that are locked up. And here I'm free. And I'm just like, you know, like, what the fuck? You know? Columbine stories are always intense. Yeah, shit. I still got to finish reading that book. I've been reading a book and now I'm like Jax, man. I've been reading a book called Columbine by Dave Cullen. Fascinating fucking book. Again, I don't read often. If I say a book's good, take that shit to the bank. Dahmer was beat to death. He was. He and another inmate were cleaning the shower. And for no reason whatsoever. The guy had no motive or anything. He just went in there, took a pipe and beat the shit out of him. Killed him. Gacy got taken down by a 16-year-old. Sorry, a pain just shot through my ankle randomly there. Supposedly people say, yeah, there was a lot of theories around Columbine because in the you'd have to read the book, but there was a whole bunch of madness going on when there's like that many bodies running around and a lot of confusion. I mean, there was people saying there was as many as 6 shooters. There was a whole bunch. I mean, God, it's been a while since I've opened that book, but there was as many as 6 or 8 shooters. There was a female shooter. There was there was so many fucking theories because of all that. It really changed our generation. So yeah, it did. Yes, the guy had motive. He didn't like Dahmer. Go. Oh, really? Oh, okay. That I never knew. I once read that the guy just did it just to do it. Oh, okay. Well, you learn something new every day. Hey, there you go. Yeah, because I remember reading, like, when was this? It had to be at least 2 years ago that I read that. Like, the guy just did it because he and another guy were on shower duty. Or they were cleaning something. Bathroom, shower, one of the two. They were cleaning something. And then the guy he had like a pipe or something like that. And he just fucking beat him just because. I never knew there was a motive. Does your state have a notorious killer it's known for? Let's find out. Robert Hansen, apparently. And Gano Smith. Oh, and John Wayne Gacy. No, wait, no, that's not right. Why are they showing me John Wayne Gacy? Oh yeah, because he lived in Waterloo, Iowa. I forgot he lived here, but he was born in Chicago. He confronted Dahmer with a newspaper clipping saying, "Did you kill these black men?" And Dahmer said, "Yeah." And then he got a barbell or gym equipment. I knew it was something like a bar. I knew it was something like that. But as a teenager, he lived in Waterloo, Iowa. Gary Gilmore was interesting. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's why I was like, wait a minute, he was in Illinois. Why are they even bringing it up? Gacy was convicted of the sodomy of a teenage boy in Waterloo, Iowa in 1968 and was sentenced to 10 years of imprisonment but served only 18 months. I'm telling you guys, listen to Murder Made Me Famous podcast. I could watch those things for fucking ever. Like when I was trying to write the second book, free on YouTube. Are they really? No. Oh, okay. You're saying there was a Tommy Lee Jones, Gary Gilmore movie called The Executioner's Song, free on YouTube. Oh. And you know what? They're I wouldn't say popular in that sense, but you hear about them a lot, and that is the Ken and Barbie killers. I don't. The only thing really interesting about their story is how Karla Homolka got away with it. That's the only thing really interesting about it. Like. Another nutter, Charles Starkweather. That one I don't know. You watching? I don't. I actually don't watch a lot of conspiracy theories. What about that kid that killed her parents? Oh, Erin Gaffney. She's fascinating. She killed her parents, her brother, her sister. What's the name of the killer that killed those 8 nurses in the 60s? Oh, Stacy Wood? Oh, shit, all the way off. But I think that's who Jackie's referring to as Erin Gaffney. Randy Kraft. That sounds familiar. I just can't. You're a wrestling fan. What do you think of this Chris Benoit conspiracies? At first they actually did make a lot of sense. It's like, wow, that actually does make a lot of sense. But they've been cleared up by not only, obviously Amanda Knox. You mean Amanda Knox, not Knoxville. But they've actually been cleared up by not only, obviously the people who have been accused, like Kevin Sullivan, such like that, but actually the like sister of Chris Benoit cleared it up. Like, yeah, that's just internet bullshit. But at first, when I first heard him, I was like, wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. But my bad. You're good. Yeah, the Amanda Knox one, I really had no interest in for like the longest time. And then again, going back to Murder Made Me Famous, They actually have a spinoff show, which doesn't have a lot of episodes, but it's still just as fascinating, called Scandal Made Me Famous. And again, they have the same podcast version of it too. So if you don't have the channel Reels, Reelz, you can listen to it too. But there's a great episode on Amanda Knox. It's great. He snapped and didn't want to go to jail and killed himself. Yeah, which is a shame, you know. But on that note, it's that time. I'm gonna head out of here. I actually wanted to get off at 11, but then y'all got me fucking doing karaoke and shit like that. So, if you guys haven't, head on over to the latest episode of the 3-Way Dance Wrestling Podcast. Leave some questions for me, Nick, and Shubs. Doesn't have to be wrestling related, but just make sure they're for all three of us. Isn't that show on a true crime network? Yes, Reels. Reelz, Reels. And if you don't have that channel in your area, it is in podcast form. But head on over to the podcast, leave some questions for us, because we record tomorrow night. If you want an Artist 8x10, $10, shipped. No shipping for that and such like that. So probably won't be live tomorrow. Maybe Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday night. Who knows? Probably Wednesday, because I'm thinking about calling out of work on Wednesday, because I just don't want to see any of their stupid fucking faces right now. So, till then, be breezy.